just go through the things that we have discussed yesterday. I have asked you to go find out that how many people are using Facebook in Sri Lanka and some statistics, right? I have asked you to go through the statistics. How many mobile users are there? How many people using social media? So that statistic. So when you are designing a web page, you have to think about that, right? And you'll copy down that nodes. Okay, right. So some of you all are here now. We'll start the lesson. Right, I'm going to present now. Okay, right. Right, I think you all can see now. So when we are designing a web page, mainly we have to think why we are designing this page, right? The purpose you have to think about the users, what is your target group, that thing you have to think about, and you have to think about the maintenance. Okay, you have to think about the maintenance. Okay, so this means you are designing a web page, neither you are designing a website. Okay, when you design a website, so through this website only you are talking to these people. Okay, you are like giving your ideas, so you are giving your information, or you are promoting your services, you are promoting your goods through this, right? So now you are having a website. Okay, so is that website enough? No, right? The website is not enough. So you have developed the web page, you have developed the website, but is it enough? No. To transfer this thing, you have to use something called HTTP. Okay, this information you are transferring through the HTTP protocol. If you are having sensitive data, you are using HTTPS. Okay, if you have downloaded something from your website, you have to use FTP. If you have emails, SMTP. So these kind of protocols, you have to use protocols. Okay, why these protocols are important? These are set of rules, set of regulations that you have to follow when you are transferring information through the internet. Now you are having a website, so the first one finished. Then after you have a website, this website can't see by other people. So because of that, what you have to do, you have to select a web server. Okay, web server to like install or to copy this website to use by the other people. මේ වෙබ්සයිට් එක අනිත් කට්ටියට පේන්න What you all have to do? You have to use a web server. Only with the web server, after you have put your website into the web server, only the other people, other users can see this. But how these people can see? How the people can see? For this purpose, they have to use something called URL, Uniform Resource Locator. This is, yesterday one student said, IP address. Okay, IP address. But IP addresses, it's with numbers. Okay, it's with numbers. So because of that, it is with a number. So because of that, many people can't remember this. So because of that, they have introduced something called URL, Uniform Resource Locator. Uniform Resource Locator. Okay. Now you are having a website. That website you have put into the web server to access by the other people. They have introduced something called URL, Uniform Resource Locator. That is a unique address. With the help of that unique address, you can view this from anywhere in the world. Right? For that purpose, they have given a service. So that service is www, World Wide Web. So this World Wide Web, they are having information, they are transferring information, okay, with the help of these protocols. මෙන්න මේ protocols පාවිච්චි කරලා they are giving these services. Okay. Then to develop these web pages, they have used something called what? They have used something called HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. Okay. Right. These all the things are web technologies, right? Web technologies, right? Web technology. This is introduced by Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, because of that, we are calling this Tim Berners-Lee as the father of web technology. Okay, father of web technology. Who is the father of computers? Charles Babbage, right? So like that, web technology, the father of web technology is Tim Berners-Lee, right? So I think this is the summary of yesterday lesson. Then I have put it into the YouTube and I have shared with you all that video recording. Okay, so you all have to go through that and you have to make a note, right? My YouTube, that space is not enough. Okay, so because of that, some videos I have to remove. Okay, so because like you are having some limited time, okay, so just go through that video and copy down the notes, right? Okay, then when I am doing the lesson, I have mentioned, right, when you are designing a website, every time you have to think about your client, you have to think about the user. හරිද? මේක එක සයිඩ් එකක් පුතා ඔයගලන්ට යන්න තියෙන. networking side එක, business analysis side එක, business analyst කෙනෙක් විදියට, web developer කෙනෙක් විදියට, web designer කෙනෙක් විදියට, graphic designer කෙනෙක් විදියට. නේද? ඔය දේවල් ටික තියෙනවා. එතකොට ඔයාලට යන්න නම් මේ දේවල් හරියටම දැනගන්න ඕනේ. හරි ඉන්ටරෙස්ටිං ඒරියා එකක්. හරි? දැන් මම කිව්වා, right, මම මොනවද කිව්වේ? මම කිව්වා last week එකේ නේ ඊයේ කිව්වා පොඩ්ඩක් රිසර්ච් එකක් කරන්න මොබයිල් යූසර්ස්ලා ගැන හොයාගන්න. මම දැන් මේ ඔයගලන්ට පෙන්නන්න ඕන හින්දා මම හෙව්වා අද Facebook users in Sri Lanka January 2020, right? 6,479,000 ඉන්නවලු. හරිද? මේ Facebook accounts තියෙන කට්ටිය, Facebook accounts තියෙන කට්ටිය 6,479,000 ඉන්නවලු. 31% women, 66.9 men. මෙන්න මේ තියෙනවා statistics ටික. අවුරුදු 13 ඉඳලා 17ට නේද? අවුරුදු 18 ඉඳලා 24ට, අවුරුදු 25 ඉඳලා 34ට, අවුරුදු 35 ඉඳලා 44ට නේද? මේ age group එකත් එක්ක දාලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට දැන් මේ statistics, ඔයා web developer කෙනෙක් වුණා නම් ඔයා මේ statistics ගන්න ඕනේ. ඔයා advertising කරන්න යනවා නම් business analyst කෙනෙක් විදියට, you have to think about this market. මේ මාකට් එකත් එක්ක තමයි ඕගොල්ලන් කරන්නේ. දැන් බැරි වෙලාවත් ඔයා හදන්න හිතාගෙන ඉන්නවනේ এডুকেෂන් පැත්තට. Education පැත්තට if you are going to design a website, you have to do a research. You have to like 2-3 weeks you have to take that and you have to go through each and every statistics. නේද? Statistics ඔක්කොම ටික බලලා you have to think about, right, for what people we are going to how many people are there in education. These statistics you have to take. So they have given there were 6 million this one 2020 which accounted for 30.5 to its entire population again 30.5 වලට මේ Facebook account එකක් තියෙනවා. Majority men. People age 25 to 34 were the largest user group. So මෙච්චර 2,310,000 accounts තියෙන්නේ මේ 25 age 25 to 34 නේද? බලන්න මේ දේවල්. ඊට පස්සේ how many people are there? Men 66.9. So if you are marketing මොන හරි product එකක් කරනවා නම් පුළුවන් තරම් පිරිමි කට්ටියට ගෙනුවා නම් හරි. එතකොට මේ Facebook එක හරහා මේ marketing කරනවා නම් මේ පිරිමි කට්ටියට කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි. Almost 70% of the total accounts නේද? එතකොට බලන්න මේ දේවල් මේවා තමයි පුතා ඔයගොල්ලන් හිතන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට මේ දේවල් හිතන්න මේ දැන් අපි point out කරනවා අපි මේ lesson එක කරද්දී point out කරන මෙන්න මේ දේවල් හිතන්න පුතේ. ඔයා web develop කරනවා නම් web designing පැත්තට යනවා නම් මේ දේවල් හිතන්න කල්පනා කරන්න කියන එක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මම කියලා දෙනවා. එතකොට මේ දේවල් අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න සෑහෙන කාලයක් අපිට ගියා. එතකොට අපි job field එකේ ඉද්දී ඒකත් experience එකලා තමයි මේ statistics ඔයගොල්ලන්ට බලන්න කියලා කියන්නේ. web එක develop කරද්දී. එහෙම නැතුව නිකම්ම web page එකක් හදුවට හරියන්නේ නැහැ. The purpose, the user, the maintenance, everything you have to think about. Everything you have to think about. Then this mobile user statistics. Mobile users again. There were 31.8 million mobile connection in Sri Lanka in January 2020. 31.8 million. What is the total population? 20 million වගේ නේද? 20 million වගේ තමයි අපිට total population මිනිස්සු ඉන්නේ මිලියන 20ක් වගේ. Mobile connection 31.8 million mobile connection 2020 January වෙද්දී. එතකොට දැන් එහෙනම් මොකක්ද කරන්න ඕනේ? ඔයගලන්ට තේරෙනවද ඔයගලන් මොන හරි ඇඩ්වර්ටයිස්මන්ට් එකක් මොන හරි බිස්නස් එකක් කරනවා නම් අපේ ටාගට් එක වෙන්න ඕනේ මේ මොබයිල් ෆෝන්ස්. එහෙනම් මොබයිල් එකට ඇප් එකක් ඩෙවලොප් කරන එකට මොබයිල් එකට මේ වෙබ්සයිට් එක අපිට ඒ ස්ට්‍රක්චර් එකේ සයිස් එක මේ සයිස් එකට වෙබ්සයිට් එක ඩිසයින් කරන එක නේද? මොබයිල් ෆෝන් එකට මේ වෙබ්සයිට් එක ඩිසයින් කරන එක කොච්චර ඉම්පෝටන්ට් වෙයිද? හිතන්න මේ statistics. So I have taken this one. Sri Lanka total population 21.37 million. The mobile connection 31.80. Then internet users 10.1 million and active social media users 6.4 million. එතකොට මෙන්න මේවා මේ statistics ටික ඔක්කොම බලන්න ඕනේ පුතා. මේ තියෙන්නේ ඒ විස්තර දීලා තියෙනවා. කොහොමද ගිහිලා තියෙන්නේ කියන එක විස්තර දීලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට මේ විස්තර ටික හොයන්න ඕනේ. ඔයා නිකම්ම කරන්නේ බලන්න මේක කොච්චර කලර්ෆුල්ද? මේ බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එක පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන එක. මේවා කොච්චර කැපිලා පේනවද? කොහොමද ඒගොල්ලන් ෆිගර් එක දීලා තියෙන්නේ? නේද? බලන්න ඒක කලර්ස් පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන ඒවා headings ටික ඔක්කොම එකම size එකෙන් bullet points ටික එකම විදියට structure එක වෙනස් වීමක් පෙන්වන්නේ නැහැ. අපේ ඔළුවට ඒ කියන්නේ මේවා නැහැ. කලබලකාරී නැහැ. ලස්සන්ට clearly දීලා තියෙන ඕනේ වෙලාවක අපේ ඇහැට කියව ගන්න පුළුවන් විදියට colors පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙනවා ලස්සන්ට attractive විදියට red color එක blue color එක green color එක yellow එක ඒවා පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙනවා. නමුත් ඒ පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන light level එක බලන්න කොහොමද කියන එක මෙතන මේ January 2020 ශ්‍රී ලංකා කියන ඒවා පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන දේවල් right. එතකොට මේ දේවල් හොඳට ඔලුවට ගන්න. මේ තියෙන headings මේ තියෙන bullet points ඒවත් එක්කලා මේ දීලා තියෙන statistics right. මේ දේවල් හොඳට තේරුම් ගන්න වෙබ්සයිට් එක ඩෙවලොප් කරද්දී. එතකොට මේ දේවල් හොයන්න පුතා. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ නිකන් ඉන්න එපා. දැන් YouTube එකේ ආරම මේවා බලනවා නම් නේද? ගේම්ස් ගහනවා නම් ඊට වඩා ගොඩක් දේවල් තියෙනවා හොයන්න. මේ පැත්ත රිසර්ච් කරන්න. HTML කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? W3 schools. W3 schools කියන එකට ගිහිල්ලා බලන්න. ඔක්කොම course contents ටික තියෙනවා. ඔක්කොම විස්තර ටික තියෙනවා. මේවා දේවල් හොයන්න. මේ දේවල් පුළුවන් තරම් ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් කරන්න. අවුරුද්දක් දෙකක් හරියට මහන්සි වුණොත් මේ web designing web development පැත්තත් එක්කලා Python ටිකයි PHP ටිකයි MySQL ටිකයි මේ HTML ටිකයි CSS ටිකයි මේ ටික හරියට දැනගත්තොත් web එකේ තියෙන ගොඩක් templates, many millions of templates are there. You can take these templates and you can design good websites. You can go for good market. If you have done at least 5 good websites, then you can market yourself. ඔයාගේ life එක හොඳට market කරන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, so think about these things. Okay, right. Can you understand what I said? මම කියපු දේ තේරුණාද? මොනවාද මේ කිව්වේ කියන එක? statistics බලන්නේ ඇයි කියන එක? අපේ target group එක, users ලා purpose එක, maintenance කියන එක. මේ දේවල් ටික හරියට තේරුණාද? Right, good. හරි. Right, we'll move to this one. So we have discussed this one. These things we have discussed up to 10th one, right? Okay. So here, next one. What are the main considerations? What are the main considerations when selecting resources to the website? Website, when you are designing the website, now you all know what kind of things that you all have to include in the website. What kind of things that you are going to include in the website? මොනවාද පුතා website එකේ include කරන්නේ? type කරන්න බලන්න මොනවාද include කරන්නේ කියලා. When you consider about a website, what kind of content, what kind of components that you are going to include? ටග type කරන්න දෙන්න මට. මොන වගේ දේවල්ද include කරන්නේ? So yesterday we have discussed what kind of things that you are going to include in a website. මම එක එක නා point out කරලා අහන්නද? Okay. Yes, good. Icons, images, videos, text, animations, hyperlinks, right? Okay, many things we are including. So these are the main thing. Okay, not the contact information, right? What are the main components that we are including? මොනවාද අපි mainly include කරන දේවල්? Text, images, right? Now yesterday I have showed you how Sri Lankan government, they have designed a web page for the foreigners and for the Sri Lankan people to take different services ගන්න කොහොමද මේ වෙබ්සයිට් එක ඩිසයින් කරලා තියෙන එක, ඩිසයින් කරපු ස්ට්‍රක්චර් එක ගැන we have discussed. Okay, එතකොට ඒ වගේ මොනවාද මේ තියෙන්නේ? So icons, images, videos, text ඒවා ටික ඔක්කොම තියෙනවා, right? බලන්න ඊට පස්සේ පුතා මෙතන මාත් එක්කම ඔයගොල්ලන් කියවන්න ඕනේ, නැත්තම් නිදිමත එනවා මෙතන. Still we are going with the theory, no? What are the main considerations when selecting resources to this website? එතකොට අපි image එකක් ගත්තේ we have to think about the capacity. Video එකක් ගත්තේ we have to think about the capacity. Audio එකක් ගත්තේ we have to think about the capacity. If it is with higher quality, we need large, like what will happen? If the quality is high, then the video capacity is high. When the video capacity is high, what will happen? It will take some time to download in the web page. Right? We have discussed. Within a second, like the users are not waiting for like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 15 seconds. So the time is very important. Okay, so when you are designing, you have to think about the size of the image, the size of the video, the size of the audio, what you are going to include in the web page. Okay, the size is high, that means more data. Now think, more data required. If you have include large size images, large size videos, large capacity, what will happen? To download that, it will take some data. Data is money. That means cost. Right? If the cost is high, then the people are not coming to your website. Now think how many times you are thinking about to use the Zoom or the Google Meet, YouTube, right? And Google Meet. Okay. So how many times you are thinking, right? If we have introduced another video conferencing, you are thinking like, sir, kochara data yaida? Me Zoom eකට අපි package දීලා තියෙනවා. So why we are not going with the Zoom, right? Many things you are considering. Okay, so you have to think about these things when you are designing a website. Then you have to think about the graphics, videos, audios, whatever the things that you are including in your website. So that part is okay. How to reduce the size of the graphic? When you consider about a graphic, if you have a large capacity graphic, okay, to reduce the size of that, you are using compress the image. There's two types of compressions, lossy and lossless, like that. So later we'll discuss about that. Okay, use of media resources adhering copyrights. Okay, so you can't take like think I'm taking a photo of you. I'm taking a photo of you, and I'm going to put that image on the internet. In my website. Can I do like that? No, I have to take the permission from you. Right? Sometimes your photo, ඔයාගේ photo එක some other person has taken this photo. වෙන කවුරු හරි ස්ටුඩියෝ එකක ඉන්න කවුරු හරි කෙනෙක් තමයි මේ photo එක අරන් තියෙන්නේ. So what I am doing, that photo I am requesting from that person and I am using in my website. That is my photo. But we have to give the right this copyrights and other things. So that is that person's resource. මගේ මාව photo එකක් ගත්තට එයාගේ දෙයක් මේක. Right? So we have to take the copyrights. Every time whatever the photo that we are using, for that photo we have to use the copyrights. අපි එයාගොල්ලන්ගේ permission, you have to take the permission from that people. ඒ කට්ටියගේ permission ගන්න ඕනේ. හරිද? මතක තියාගන්න. ඒතර ඔයාට හිතන විදියට ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකෙන් ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කරලා පින්තූර පාවිච්චි කරන්න බැහැ. කවුරු හරි කෙනෙක් හරි කිව්වොත් එතන ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. So because of that, every time you have to take the permission. In Sri Lanka we are not thinking about that. So if somebody upload a paper, grade 12 ICT, so what I'm doing, I'm from here, I'm downloading that paper and I'm using with you all, I'm sharing with you all. So that kind of thing we can't do. Okay, why? To make a paper කොච්චර කාලයක් අපි වැය කරනවද මේ paper එක හදන්න? How many things we have to think about, how many corrections that we have to do, how long we are taking to type a paper, to like design a paper. කොච්චර දේවල් අපි හිතන්න තියෙනවද? But within a second that person has uploaded or that person has given the paper. So we are just copying and we are uploading, we are sharing with you all. Okay, so ඒක පොඩක් හිතලා බලන්න. Then compare dynamic websites and static websites. Yesterday also we have discussed how the dynamic pages are going on and how the static pages are going on. Now think about your school website. School website, it is like all the details are same, right? Not like every time it is not updating. Sometimes monthly, sometimes 3 months, sometimes yearly it will update. Okay, that kind of things. The contents are not regularly changing. That kind of things we are calling as static website. Static website එකක තියෙන content එක හැමතිස්සෙම වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ පුතා. හැමතිස්සෙම වෙනස් වෙන්නේ. But when you consider about the dynamic website, it is changing regularly. Think about the supermarket sites. They are changing the prices, they are changing the goods and services that they are providing. ඒක හැමතිස්සෙම වෙනස් වෙනවා. අපි බලමු මොනවද මේගොල්ලන් කියන්නේ කියලා. If the web content is often changed, such website is called a dynamic website. Oftenly changed. හැමතිස්සෙම වෙනස් වෙන එකක්. These are designed using software such as PHP, Hypertext Preprocessor, PHP, ASP, Active Server Pages, JavaScripts, right? JavaScripts. Okay. Here the web server generate information using database or program. So what will happen? in dynamic web pages. Now think how you have taken O-level result. You went to a website and you have typed your index number, and with that you have search. So when you search, what will happen? That request will go to the web server. That request will go to the web server. From the web server, it will respond. How it responds? As I said, there's a database. So what will happen with the PHP, with the MySQL? That is a thing that we are going to discuss in our syllabus. So it will do the necessary queries. Query according to your request, they are making a web page, and that web page will be displaying for you. Result that will be displaying on your web browser. Web browser එකේ details ටික display වෙනවා. තව දරුවෙක් ගත්තොත් එයාට අදාළ index number එක එයා දෙන්නේ. ඒ index number එකට අදාළ requirement එක තමයි දෙන්නේ. Right? So you are going to ikman.lk and you are searching for some result. Hero, Honda, or Toyota, or something. So according to your keyword that you have used, it will search and giving the information. So static and dynamic. Static, it is not changing for some time, but dynamic, it is changing time to time. Oftenly it will change. Remember that. So there are two different websites, right? Dynamic and static. If the content of a website is maintained without any change over a period of time, such website is called a static website. Their structure and the contents are designed using HTML codes. So most of the time, static websites are mainly using to display some information. මාත් එක්ක ඔයගොල්ලන් කියවන්න ඕනේ මේ දේවල්, right? Display some information, right? That information thing, then we don't want to go for the PHP, then we don't want to use a database, just the information. So because of that, these kind of web pages you can design with HTML, hypertext markup language. That is the language first we are going to discuss. Hari. So we have discussed from question number 11 to 13. එක සැරයක් ටක් ගාලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ කොහොමලම කියව ගන්න පුතා. Read it. From 11 to 13, just read it. පුතා අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම කියවන්න. එහාට මෙහාට ඇවිදින්න එපා. කියවලා තේරුම් ගන්න. Then if you are having any questions, you have to ask. Now you can remember, photo එකක් ගත්තොත් නිකම්ම දාන්න බෑ. You have to take the permission from that person. Right? Even your photo, if you are going to include, you have to take the permission. So think about that. Remember Puta, we are having the class for both days, Monday 3 to 5 and Tuesday 3 to 5. Only 3 students said they can't participate for Monday class. For them, I am giving the video, as well as if any doubts are there, I am giving a separate time. Then you can log into Google Meet and you can ask the questions, right? So මාව හරියට follow කරගෙන යන්න මේ lesson එකේ. So as I mentioned in the first part, you can go for more than 10 marks. Normally maximum you can go for 14.5. So this is very important lesson. ගොඩක් කට්ටිය මේක lazy කියලා අතහැරලා දානවා. එහෙම කරන්න බෑ. හරිද? Lazy කියලා අතහැරලා දානවා. So you can't do something like that. Okay? Right? So where the paper? Okay. Right? You can't do like that. So this is a very good lesson that you can score. ඔයාට marks ගන්න පුළුවන් හොඳම lesson එකක් තමයි මේක. Right? එතකොට සම්පූර්ණ priority එක මේකට දීලා මේ කරන දවස් ටිකේ මම හිතන්නේ මේ මාසය ඇතුළත අපිට HTML ටික ඉවර කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. ඒ හින්දා සම්පූර්ණ මේකට attention එක මේ පාඩමට දීලා, right? Do the work, Okay. Right, I think you will have finished from 11 to 13. We'll go for 14th one. What is content management systems? What is content management? What is content? Content means what you have included in the web page. Give some examples. Content management system on the content management system and give some examples. Content management system can be defined as software used for dynamic websites designing. Content management and publishing. Content management and publishing. Publishing means what? Now you are having the website. You want to put it to the web server. Website එක තියෙනවා ඔයාට web server එකට දාන්න ඕනේ. That process we are calling as web hosting. Later we are discussing about that. Web hosting. ඔයාගේ computer ඔයා හදපු website එක ඔයාගේ computer එකේ තිබුණාට other people can't see this. So you have to put it to the web server. What is web server? Yesterday we have discussed about web server. Web server means it's a kind of hardware, computer devices, and with the help of a software it is making as the web server. So this web server can access by each and every person through the internet. හොඳට මතක් කරගන්න මේ දේ. Now content management means what? It is a kind of software. That software helps to design the dynamic web pages and publish them. ඒවා content එක manage කරන්න and publish them. Publish means hosting. Put it to the web server. ඔයාගේ computer එකේ තියෙන files ටික ගිහිල්ලා web server එකට දාලා web server එක ඇතුලේ manage කරගන්න පාවිච්චි වෙන්නේ this content management softwares. It is possible for the web designer to republish his website, often changing its contents. So what we can do, if it is dynamic website, what will happen? Regularly we have to change. Time to time we have to change. So this time to time changing we can do with the help of the content management. So what we have to do? We have to use our website. We have to do the changes. A changes කරන කලින් මගේ website එක නවත්තලා තියෙනවද? No. It is inside my computer. So what I can do with the help of the content management software, I can easily connect with the web server and I can do the changes. එතකොට මගේ computer තමයි මම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. මගේ laptop එක තමයි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. laptop එක පාවිච්චි කරලා content management software එක මගේ computer එකට දාගෙන මේ content management software එකෙන් අර කොහෙවත් ලෝකේ කෙරෝල් එක තියෙන web server එකේ තියෙන modifications I am doing. Okay, right? Web designing and managing using content management system is very easy and fast, while no prior knowledge of the computer language is required. Hence, CMS is most popular web designing tool at present. Content management software. හරිද? ඔන්න content management එකේ මොනවද වෙන්නේ? මෙන්න තියෙන දේවල් Magento, Mambo, Joomla, Drupal, WordPress. Mainly we are discussing about these ones. Joomla, Drupal and WordPress. So most of the time we will use WordPress or Joomla for our content management software in our syllabus. අපේ syllabus එකේදී Joomla එක හරි WordPress එක හරි පාවිච්චි කරන්න හිතාගෙන ඉන්නවා මම මේ content management software එක විදියට. So remember these words. Right? OS Commerce, Virgumart, is publish, right? So like these all are softwares. මේ වචන ඔයගලන්ට ඇහි ඉස්සරහට. If you are going in the web development area, නේද? Web development field, then these මේ වචන ඔයගලන්ගේ ඔළුවට ඇහි. ඔයගලන් කනට ඇහි. Right? Some open code CMS software with their web address are shown. Joomla. So you can go to these ones and you can free of charge you can download these. Free of charge you can download and you can manage your website contents. මේවා බලන්න පුතා ගිහිල්ලා. මේවා type කරලා බලන්න. හරිද? Right? You will have to be practical while you are learning. This knowledge you have to apply for some field. Why you are applying these things? Sometimes to do a job. Sometimes to develop your career. We are individually you are going to do a business. So when you are doing the business you need these things. If you have this knowledge, easily you can advise other people, consult the people. ඔයාගේ own business එකක් දැනටත් තියෙනවනේ. So you can go with these things. මේවා පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. With the help of these ones, as I said, how many people are using mobile phones in Sri Lanka? 31.8 million. So the population is 20 million. කීයක් තියෙනවද? So how we are targeting? What is our target group? As I said, I have showed you the Facebook people. How many people are using Facebook? Age 24 to 35. How many percentage? More than 2 million. So how you can target that group? Think about that. Right. Role roles related to the web designing එකේ ඉන්න කට්ටිය. Author, editor, publisher, administrator, user. Author, editor, author. The design interfaces of the website. Interfaces design කරන එක්කෙනා. Editor, write codes, check errors and rectifies those. Publisher fulfills the task related to the publishing of the website. Administrator fulfills the maintenance tasks related to the web server and the database. User use the website. So these people are engaging when we are designing a web page. අපි web page එක design කරද්දී මෙන්න මේ දේවල් ගැන හොඳට අවබෝධයක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Author and the editor. That is also kind of good job. If you are fluent in English, if you are fluent in Tamil, if you are fluent in Sinhala, what you can do? You can be a editor. So all the web content නිකම්ම දාන්න බෑනේ පුතා. වෙබ්සයිට් එකක් හදද්දී මේ ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් එක හරියට ෆ්ලෝ වෙන්න ඕනේ. ටාගට් ගෲප් එකට තේරෙන්න ඕනේ. ස්පෙලිං මිස්ටේක් කරවම මේවා තියෙන්න බෑ. ඒකට හේතුව වයි. What is the reason for that? You are representing the whole school or the whole business is representing with that website. ඒ වෙබ්සයිට් එක බලපුවම මේ වෙබ්සයිට් එකෙන් සම්පූර්ණ බිස්නස් එකම රිප්‍රසන්ට් කරනවා. Think about that. Okay? Okay, 17th. What are the main requirements when hosting a website? Web hosting. Web hosting means what? Web hosting means what? You are having the website. This website you have to put it to the web server. This process, right? This process, taking the website and putting it to the web server. In between there are many tasks you have to do. So that process we are calling as web hosting. So when you are doing a web hosting, main requirements are there. So what are the main requirements? A web designing software. You need a web designing software, right? It can be a plain editor, Notepad, or it can be Dreamweaver, some software. A web host. කොහෙටද මේක දාන්න යන්නේ? Web host. A domain name. Domain name means what? The URL. One student said IP address. And a URL එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Domain name means the URL. File transfer protocol. We have to send all the files from my computer. මගේ computer එකකින් server එකට මේ details ටික දාන්න ඕනේ. මට මේ files ටික pen drive එකක දාන්න ගිහිල්ලා flight එකේ නැගලා ගිහිල්ලා ඉංග්ලන්ඩ් වල තියෙන server එකට ගහලා දාලා ඉන්න බැහැනේ. So what I am doing through the internet, I am connecting. Through the internet I am connecting. After connecting to that web server, I have to upload my files with the help of file transfer protocol. File transfer protocol එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ. මම කිව්වා පාරේ යද්දී අපි නීති වලට යටත් වෙලා යන්නේ. ඒ වගේ තමයි. If you want to transfer a file from your computer to the web server, you have to follow some rules. So that is coming with file transfer protocol, FTP, file transfer protocol. Then you need the internet connection. If you have these things only, right? These things only, you can do a web hosting. Web hosting එකක් කරන්න, right? Web hosting එකක් කරන්න. මේ web server එක, domain name එක, නේ file transfer protocol එක, internet connection එක, මේ ඔක්කොම ටික තිබුණොත් තමයි these are some main requirements. If you are having a website, these are the main requirements. With the help of these main requirements only, you can publish your website on the internet. Then only the other people can access these things. Think about that. ඒව ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් හිතන්න. හරි. මම දෙන්නම් ටික වෙලාවක්. So we are in this one. Okay. Content management. ආපහු කියව ගන්න එක සර. පුතා කෑ ගහලා කියව ගන්න. නිදිමත ඉන්න බෑ. හොඳට මං කියන දේවල් අහගන්න. මේක හොඳ ෆීල්ඩ් එකක්. right? ඕගොල්ලන් ඇන්ටි හැකින් පැත්ත නේද? ඔය හැකින් අරව මේවා දේවල් ගැන ඉස්සරහට networking ගැන right? එතකොට web development ගැන මේ පැති ගැන පැති වලට යන්න ආස නම් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එක හරහා businesses කරන්න ඒව ආස නම් හොඳ එක වෙබ්සයිට් එකක් හදලා නේද? අදාළ දේවල් ටික කරගන්න ආස නම් දැන් හිතලා බලන්න Zoom කියන එක Zoom application එක ඒගොල්ලන් develop කරලා කොච්චර ගාණක් හෙව්වද? So like that from WhatsApp app එක right? Viber many other things are there no? With the help of that kind of application එක application එකක් හරියට අපිට හදා ගන්න පුළුවන් වුණා නම් කේට කරන්න අපේ මීගම ඉන්න කට්ටියට එහෙම නැත්නම් ලංකාවේ ඉන්න කට්ටියට කේට කරන්න so that will be really good and you can earn money right easily but you need to think නේද ගොඩක් මිනිසුන්ට cater කරන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට ඒ requirement එක හොයාගන්න ඕනේ. I think now you have finished reading question number 14. What is content management, and give some examples. So as I said, content management means it is a special software. That special software helping us to do the modification for some PHP, like dynamic website. Why it is important for the dynamic website? For the static website also we can use, but we have mentioned about the dynamic web pages. Why? Because time to time, very oftenly, we have to do the modification for these dynamic websites. Okay, so content management softwares, mainly I have mentioned about these things: Joomla, Drupal and WordPress. Joomla, Drupal and WordPress. All the other things also there, so just go through that. And mainly in our syllabus, as a teacher, I am going to use WordPress most probably, or Joomla, right? These are CMS, right? Content management softwares, right? Okay, read from 15 to 17. Some open code CMS software with their web pages. Open code means that free of charge you can download, right? Free of charge you can download and use these things: Joomla, WordPress and the Drupal. Okay, content management softwares. Content management means what? Regularly or oftenly changing websites we can edit with the help of these content management software. It is easy, right? Role of this related web designing එකත් එක්කලා එන jobs මොනවාද? Author, editor, publisher, administrator and the user. User means a person who is using the website. So before you are publishing this thing, after you publish this website, you can ask for many people to access this website with using the mobile phone, with using the tab, and with using the laptop, with using the desktop and any other electronic device that is supporting for the web browsers, right? And test this website. මේක test කරගන්න ඕනේ. Then when you are hosting means what? Whatever the web page that you have designed, website you have designed, you have to put it to the web server. So the process from the developing to publish on the internet, you need some requirements. So the requirements are there. So what are the requirements? What are the main requirements when hosting a website? Web designing software, web hosting, that means the web server, a domain name, file transfer protocol. Why you need the file transfer protocol? Because whatever the site that you have designed that is in your computer, this design software or the design website, you have to put it to the web server. So to do that process, you need the internet connection, as well as the files you have to upload from your computer, you have to copy to the web server. So that for that purpose you have need the file transfer protocol, and you have to spend some money to take the domain name. What is domain name? URL. Okay, right. Web hosting, right. Read this part, Buddha. Read this part. Go. Okay, question number 18. හොඳට බලන්න පුතා මොනවද මේ කියලා දෙන්නේ කියලා. Just take some idea with the help of this all the notes that I have provided. Just take a good idea about the websites. නේද? නිකම්ම අපි lesson එක පටන් ගන්නවට වඩා our targets මොනවද කියන එක. So I am sharing my experience with you all. Try to take this experience and apply these things in your field. මේක හොඳ ආසාවෙන් කරන්න. ආසාවෙන් කරද්දී සෑහෙන දෙයක් මේ වෙබ්සයිට්ස් වලින්. මොකද you all are with the internet. You all are with the internet. ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමතිස්සෙම ඉන්නවා ඉන්ටර්නෙට් වල. Most of the time. Think about all this. Now we don't have any experience with this Zoom classing, right? Zoom hari, Google Meet hari. I am doing some classes to my students. That's all, right? But you all are learning from many teachers. ගොඩක් teachers ලාගෙන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. With Zoom, with Google Meet, with the team, you are learning. So when you are learning, here I am giving some knowledge for you all. මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පොඩි knowledge එකක් දෙනවා how to use a website. මේක website එක පාවිච්චි කරලා how you can do the several things, how you can identify the users, how you can identify the purpose, how you can maintenance, all the things I am giving to you all. Then හිතලා බලන්න solution එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන් මේ අනිත් teachers ලට. Whoever the people who doesn't know anything about the internet, but still they are using this thing. So can we give a simple method, simple site or simple application to do these tasks really easily? Files ටික upload කරගන්න, files ටික download කරගන්න, ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ files transfer කරන්න. Okay, think about that. Okay, finish reading, Puta. හොඳට කියවන්න පුතා මේ දේවල්. Right, so I'm uploading these videos to the YouTube channel, so just go through that, copy down the notes that you required. මෙතනදී අහගෙන ඉන්න එකනේ mainly කරන්නේ. Copy down the required lesson notes. Right, web hosting. I'm going through this. Web hosting. The designed website should be hosted in a place where any person can access at any time from any place through the internet. From any device කියලා මෙතන දාගන්න පුළුවන් නේද? Where any person can access at any time from any place through the internet. So with the help of the web hosting, what is the process that you are doing? Whatever the website that you have designed can access by any person at any time from any place from any device. Okay, so that kind of thing we are calling as the web hosting. Such service providing computers are called the web hosts. එතකොට web hosting computer එකකට කියන නමක් තමයි මේක server එකක් නේද? Such services providing computers are called as the web hosts. Web hosts කරන එකක් කියලා තමයි කියන්නේ. What is domain name? Already now you all know domain name, that is URL. It is a unique name given to a website. It is a unique name given to a website. This is a system to find website in the World Wide Web. So with the help of the domain name, with the help of the URL, Uniform Resource Locator, what you can do, you can find information over the World Wide Web. World Wide Web එකේ තියෙන information එක හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. So yesterday we have discussed what is the difference between www and the internet. www and the internet. Okay, so here mainly I am focusing through the World Wide Web, how you can find the information with the help of URL. So that is we are calling as the domain name. This service is provided by ICANN. Yesterday I have mentioned about this one. ICANN, Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers. Anna main organization එක. So this organization is supporting us to give this URL that bears the responsibility of assigning and administrating domain names for website. එතකොට websites වලට මේ නම් අරව මේවා දෙන්නේ මේ ICANN කියන එක කෙනා. Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers. So they are the one who is giving this. For this purpose, to do these things, they are having some agents. ඒගොල්ලන්ට agents ලා ඉන්නවා. හරියට insurance company එකක් තියෙනවා. හිතන්නකෝ Selingco Insurance කියලා. Right? එතකොට මේ Selingco Insurance කියන එකේ agents ලා ඉන්නවා. agents තමයි අපි ළඟට ඇවිල්ලා insurance එක ගැන කතා කරන්නේ. Like that, the organization is ICANN. Okay? Right? Internet Corporation for Assigned Naming and Numbers. Right? Names and numbers. මෙයා තමයි අපිට names ටික දෙන්නේ. අපිට URL එක දෙන්නේ මෙයා. domain name එක දෙන්නේ මෙයා. ඒ domain names කොයි වෙලාවෙවත් එකකට එකක් සමාන වෙන්න බෑ. හරියට අපේ හැම ගෙදරකටම address එකක් තියෙනවා. Uniquely we can identify when someone send a letter, post a letter, mail, So that mail you can receive. Why? Your address is unique. So like that, in the internet, these domain names are unique. That unique names are controlling by this ICANA, Internet Corporation for Assigning Names and Numbers. Okay, so such other websites are there. So that means agents like no, GoDaddy.com, GoDaddy.com. මේ වලට ගිහිල්ලා බලන්න පුතා, මේ GoDaddy.com එකට ගිහිල්ලා බලන්න මොනවද මේකේ තියෙන දේවල්. දැන් නෙමෙයි. හරිද? Bluehost, right? මේ Bluehost කියලා කියන්නේ hosting company එක. nic.lk මේ වලට ගිහිල්ලා චුට්ටක් බලන්න, right? මේ වලට ගිහිල්ලා බලන්න මේගොල්ලෝ මොකද්ද දෙන සර්විස් එක. කොහොමද මේ සර්විස් එක ගන්න පුළුවන්? සල්ලි ගෙවන්න තියෙන කලින් ක්ලික් කරගෙන යන්න මොනවද process එකේ වෙන්නේ කියලා. You all have to experience this thing. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට experience කරන්න ඕනේ. experience කරුවොත් තමයි මේකට හොඳ අවබෝධයක් වෙන්නේ. මේ මම කියන ඒවා අහගෙන ඉඳලා වැඩක් නැහැ. හරිද? මම කියන දේවල් අහගෙන ඉඳලා වැඩක් නැහැ. ඕගොල්ලන් කරන රිසර්ච් එක, ඕගොල්ලන් කරන මේ ස්ටැටිස්ටික්ස් ටික වෙලාව නාස්ති කරන්න එපා. බලන්න දවස් පටන් ගන්නෙ කොහොමද, දවස් ඉවර වෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා සමහරක් වෙලාවට දන්නේ නැහැ. දවස මතකත් නැහැ. ඕකේ? දැන් බලන්න මේ දවස් ටික කොහොමද ගියේ කියන එක. මේ දවස් ටිකට ඕගොල්ලන් කොච්චර වැඩ ප්‍රමාණයක් කෙරුවද කියන එක ඕගොල්ලන් මතක් කරගන්න. කොච්චර දවසක් අපි ගෙදරද? මේ ගෙදර ඉන්න දවසේ ඕගොල්ලන් මොනවද කරගත්තේ? ඕගොල්ලන් අර බැරි වෙච්ච පාඩම් ටික ඔක්කොම කවර් කරගත්තද? මගේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක විතර නෙමෙයි අනිත් ඔක්කොම සබ්ජෙක්ට්ස්. මම හරියට එම් එකක් තියාගත්තද? මොටිවේෂන් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම්ස් මොන හරි කෙරුවද? හරිද? එක්සර්සයිසස් හරියට කරගත්තද? හරිද? රයිට්? වතුර බොනවද? මේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එක දිහා බලාගෙන ඉන්න එක හින්දා වෙන දේවල් ඒවා ටික මේව කරගන්න එක්සර්සයිසස් ටික හරියට කරගත්තද? රයිට්? ඕකේ. මේ හැම දෙයක් ගැනම හිතන්න ඕන පුතා. තමන්ගේ ලයිෆ් එක මොන හරි ෂෙඩියුල් එකකට යන්න ඕනේ. ෂෙඩියුල් එකට ගියේ නැත්නම් මෙස්. හරිද? ෂෙඩියුල් එකකට ගියේ නැත්නම් අන්තිමට දැන් බැරි වෙලාවත් කිව්වොත් මේ හෙට ඉස්කෝලේ මේ එන සඳුදා ඉඳලා ඉස්කෝලේ පටන් ගන්නවා කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ මොකද වෙන්නේ? 4ට ආපහු දුවන්න පටන් ගන්නවා. මං අරග කරගෙන නැහැ, මේක කරගෙන නැහැ, මේවා කරලා නැහැ, අරවා කරලා නැහැ. හරිද? එහෙනම් හරියට තමන් ටාගට් එකක් තියන හරියට වැඩි කරගෙන යන්න. හරියට ප්ලෑන් කරගන්න. මේ වෙලාව පුළුවන් තරම් ප්‍රයෝජන ගන්න. කොහොමද ප්‍රයෝජනට ගන්නෙ? අපි මේ කියන දේවල් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ පොඩ්ඩක් ගිහලා සර්ච් කරලා බලන්න. වෙන දේවල් වලට යනවට වඩා, කාටුන් එකක් බලනවට වඩා, එහෙම නැත්නම් මොන හරි ටීවී සීරීස් එකක් බලනවට වඩා, මේ දේවල් වලට ඇටෙන්ෂන් එක දීලා මේ දේවල් කරගන්න පුතා. ඉන්ටරෙස්ටිං නෑ තමයි. බට් මේක හරියට යන්න පටන් ගත්තායින් පස්සේ හොඳ අවබෝධයක් එනවා මේ දේවල් ගැන. ඔයගොල්ලන් දන්නවනේ ජනාධිපතිතුමාගේ නේද මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේනගේ වෙබ්සයිට් එක හැක් කරුවා. ඒ හැක් කරපු එක්කෙනා මේ HTML තමයි ඉස්සෙල්ලාම ඉගෙන ගන්න ඔයගලන්ට හැක් කරන්න කියනවා නෙමෙයි මම මේ කියන්නේ. හරිද? HTML තමයි ඉගෙන ගන්න පටන් ගන්න තියෙන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ HTML ඉගෙන ගන්න පටන් අරගෙන ඊට පස්සේ එයා මොනවද කරන්නේ? එයා PHP කරනවා, MySQL ටික කරනවා. එයාට වෙන knowledge එකක් නැහැ. වෙන background එකක් නැහැ. හරිද? So 1 year he worked hard with the websites. So he has identified many errors in our Sri Lankan websites. Sri Lankan websites වල තියෙන ගොඩක් errors එයා අඳුරගත්තා. ටෙලිකොම් එකේ තියෙන ප්‍රශ්න අඳුරගත්තා. ටෙලිකොම් එකේ වෙබ් හොස්ටිං වලට හැක් කරන්න පුළුවන් කොහොමද කියන එක අඳුරගත්තා. ඊට පස්සේ එයා මේ වෙබ්සයිට්ස් හැක් කරලා ඒ වෙබ්සයිට්ස් වලට ගිහිල්ලා ටෙක්ස්ට් එකක් දාලා එනවා. එයා වෙබ්සයිට් එක හැක් කරුවාන් පස්සේ මම මේක හැක් කරුවා. මේකේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා. මේ ප්‍රශ්න හදාගන්න කියන එක. හරිද? Right? Hacking is not good, but I have mentioned 1 year he has worked hard. So through that 1 year he has learned many millions of things. So with that now he is earning නේද ගොඩක් දේවල් එයා කරගෙන යනවා. Okay? So අපි හරියට මහන්සිලා එක වෙබ්සයිට් එකක් හරියට කරගමු. නේද? මේ දේවල් කරන්න පුළුවන්. But I can request from you all. Okay, you all have to develop a website as a project for this one. I can request you all. Okay, you have to design a logic circuit to do something. I can request you all. Okay, use the Python language and do a software to satisfy this some motors or some something. Okay, but I am not asking because I want you all to manage your time and do the best. Do the best. රිසර්ච් කරන්න කියලා දීලා අන්තිමට රිසර්ච් එක විතරක් කරගත්තොත් ඒ ලෙවල් හරියට කරගත්තේ නැත්නම් හරියන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මේ දවස්වල ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ඔළුවේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ only one plan, that is I am doing my A level best and I am going to the university. හරිද? යුනිවර්සිටි එකට ගියාම ඕගොල්ලන් වගේම කට්ටියක් තමයි සෙට් වෙන්නේ. ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ සිතුම් පැතුම් තියෙන නියම සෙට් එකක් සෙට් වෙනවා. එතනදි කරන දේවල් රිසර්ච් ටික ඔක්කොම කරන්න, අවශ්‍ය ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් ඔක්කොම ටික කරන්න හොඳම තැනකට ගිහේගේ. එහෙනම් මේ ටාගට් එක තියාගන්න. යුනිවර්සිටි මම යනවාමයි. මේ වෙලාව හරියට මැනේජ් කරගෙන පාඩම් ටික හරියට මැනේජ් කරගෙන මම යුනිවර්සිටි යනවාමයි. ඒ ටාගට් එකත් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්න. Right, okay. So I have mentioned about something. I have given some knowledge about the domain names and web hosting. What is web hosting and what is domain name and how the domain name is assigning and what kind of agents are there. So that thing I have mentioned. So this is a URL, right? http://www.zipline.ac.lk/ict/web/index.html. So I am going to explain about this. So this is a URL, uniform resource locator, unique address. So here you can see HTTP. You all know what is HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. That is the protocol. HTTP කියන්නේ protocol එක. www, that is the service. www කියන්නේ service එක. internet එකේ service එක. world wide web. .zipline, this is the domain name. නේද? zipline.ac.lk. .lk කියලා කියන්නේ බලන්න මේ site එක ගත්තොත් එහෙම පුතා zipline.ac.lk. මෙතනට අන්තිම dot එක තියෙන්නේ. අන්තිම dot එකට පිටිපස්සෙන් තියෙන එකට අපි කියනවා top level domain එක කියලා. අන්තිම dot එකට පිටිපස්සෙන් තියෙන එකට කියනවා top level domain එක කියලා. මේක second level. AC කියලා කියන්නේ second level domain එක. මේ තියෙන්නේ අපේ third level. එහෙම නැත්නම් domain name එක. මේක unique. Right, unique. මේ .lk කියන එක ඕනම වෙබ්සයිට් එකකට තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. .lk කියලා කියන්නේ ලංකාව රිප්‍රසන්ට් කරන්න තියෙන ඒවා. .com commercial website. .org organizations, right? .ac au Australia. .in India. .uk England. So like that many things are there. So antima dot එකට පස්සේ තියෙන එක we are calling as top level domain. Then before that you are having AC or whatever the thing, that is we are calling as a second level domain. Second level, top level domain, second level domain, then our domain name. This is unique. This is specific one. This is for the organization. Organization එකක් මොන හරි එකක් අඳුර ගන්න. Zipline. Then the web service www, internet service, then HTTP protocol. /ICT means what? That is the directory. ඒක තමයි directory එක පුතා. /web, that is the directory. A directory එකතුල තියෙන web page එක තමයි index.html. Normally the first page we are saving as home.html or index.html. අපි හදන website එකේ තියෙන පළවෙනි web page එක අපි index.html එහෙම නැත්නම් home.html කියලා store කරනවා. මේ තියෙන අපේ name එක .html කියලා කියන්නේ අපේ extension එක. එතකොට අපේ service එක තිබුණා, rules තිබුණා, protocols තිබුණා. මෙන්න protocol එක, මේ තියෙන internet එකේ අපේ service එක, මේ තියෙන අපේ unique name එක zipline කියලා කියන්නේ, මේ තියෙන second level domain එක, මේ .lk කියලා කියන්නේ top level domain එක, slash එකට පස්සේ තියෙන directory එක, ඒ කියන්නේ folder එක, මේ ICT කියන folder එකේ, web කියන folder එකේ index.html කියන file එක තමයි අපි access කරලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට මේ slash එකත් එක්කලා තියෙන්නේ අපේ resources ටික, web resources ටික, ICT කියන folder එකේ, web කියන folder එකේ ඒවට කියන directories කියලා internet එකේදී /index.html කියලා කියන අපේ page එක. web page එක. අපි ඒවා බලමු. එතකොට මේක ගැන යම්කිසි අවබෝධයක් එන්න ඇති. Right. Name some software used for FTP, file transfer protocol එකට. Now we have discussed content management software. Content management software, Joomla, WordPress, Drupal, like that. Now you need to upload your files. Uploading means what? From your computer you have to put it to the server. ඔයාගේ computer එකේ server එකට දාන්න ඕනේ. How you can do that? With the help of this softwares, FileZilla and Smart FTP. මේ දෙකෙන් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. Normally we are using FileZilla. Okay, with the help of FileZilla, what we are doing, our files we are uploading into the web server. එතකොට FileZilla කියන software එක පාවිච්චි වෙනවා. ඒක FTP එකක්. මේ මම කියන දේවල් හරියට තේරුම් ගන්න පුතා. කතන්දරේ මතක තියාගන්න හරියට. කතන්දරේ මතක තියාගන්න. Okay? Why internet connection is important in publishing websites? Why it is important? Why we require internet connection when publishing internet? Publishing our website. අපේ website එක publish කරන්න internet එක අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා. Through the internet only you can connect to the web server. You can connect to the web server through the internet. As I said, you can't put it to the pen drive and you can, with the help of a courier service, you are sending it to the England and asking them to put it in your web server. You can't do. Right? You don't want to do like that. So what you can do easily through the internet, you can connect to the web server and you can transfer your file, upload your file with the help of different softwares. FileZilla helping for that purpose. The files, whatever the files that you are having, easily you can upload with the help of file transfer protocol, FileZilla software into the web server. Web server එකට දාන්න පුළුවන්. Then why we need for transferring, for updating path declaration. අපිට path ටික හරියට හදාගන්න කොහෙද අපේ file එක තියෙන්නේ මේ බලන්න path එක දෙනවා. This is the path to access our files. There are many files. Now I have given the path to access my Google Meet this session. So when I have given the path only, you have clicked it, you log in. නේද? මම මෙතන වෙලා ඉඳලා බලන් ඉන්නවා එක ළමෙක්වත් නැහැ. මොකද්ද මේ දැන් 3යි 5යි? ඇයි මේ දරුවෝ log වෙන්නේ නැත්තේ කියලා. පස්සේ I felt like path එකේ මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් දන්නේ. Did I share the link? ඉතින් බලපුවම share කරලා නැහැ link එක. So I am using the same link, right? I am using the same link for Tuesday. I am using the same link for Monday. එතකොට Monday දාපු link එකට click කරුවා නම් එතනට connect වෙනවා. Tuesday දාපු link එකට click කරුවා නම් දැන් අද දාපු link එකෙන් click කරුවා නම් හැම අඟහරුවම ওই link එකෙන් connect වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? හැම සතුටම අර link එකෙන් connect වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරිද? එතකොට so the path direction, okay? So path for transferring these things. Now when I share the link, you have the internet connection with you all. WhatsApp කොලා රෝමේ වල link ඔක්කොම දාගෙන තිබුණේ. So with the help of that link, I have transferred නේද? මම transfer කරුවා. I have updated. I have shared my path. Now you have clicked and you have linked it there. For that purpose, you need the internet. Without that internet connection, you can't do these things. So that is the thing happening in the rural areas. Many village people, they don't have the internet connection. Even they don't have roads. Okay. So if the internet connection is there, how they can see this world? We are mentioning this is global village, but they are not having that facility. But now, today I have showed you in Sri Lanka statistics, 31.8 million phone connections. So that means now we can think many people having these internet connections and these things. That statistic also we'll find out next day. Okay. Right. Question number 23. What are the main considerations when selecting internet service provider? Now you are going to select internet service provider. Then අපි ගත්තොත් Facebook කරෝමේව ගත්තොත් social media වල කොච්චර SLT එකට බැලලා තියෙනවද? කොච්චර dialogue එකකට බැලලා තියෙනවද? Sometimes we are also not feeling why we are using this data. From morning to evening we are in the internet. Preparing the lesson notes, right? Doing the lessons, right? How many people are using internet connection? At my home, whole 5 people. My kids as well as wife and myself. We are using the internet connection. Right? But end of the month, like 20th වගේ විතර එද්දී, we don't have data. So we are calling to SLT, we are calling to Dialog, we are calling to Mobitel, because we are having each and every facility from each and every service provider. Sometimes SLT is failing, so we are taking the hotspot from Mobitel and we are sharing that, because we all are responsible. I have to do the classes and my kids, they have to learn. So because of that, I need the stable connection. But when I am selecting a service provider, I have to think about many things. I have to think about the speed of the connection. What is the speed? What is the bandwidth? The charges and the maintenance service. Internet එක කරුණාම ටක් ගාලා ඇවිල්ලා මේක දැන් මගේ ගෙදර ඇවිල්ලා SLT එකේ router එක කැඩුනොත් එහෙම, if they are taking 1 week, what will happen? Can I do my lessons? So you have to think this. You have to think about the speed of the connection, you have to think about the charges that they are taking, and you have to take the maintenance services. Okay, so these kind of things are there. Then name some service provider in Sri Lanka. Telecom, Lankabel, Mobitel and Dialog is there, and other service providers also there. Just go through that. Okay. Then why maintenance is important factor of using website? Why maintenance is important factor? Website එකක තියෙන website එකක main දෙයක් තමයි maintenance. ඇයි ඒක important වෙන්නේ? Depending on the nature of the website. What are the things? Think about the school. If you are having an event now, school sport meet right? So we are having a sport meet. We are announcing that thing that through the internet, and we are going to give these things live, right? Think about the website. Think about the nature of the website. How you can attract people, how you can interact with the people. Think about that. Harmful software like viruses, unauthorized access can be created the website malfunction. So some people, as I said, you sometimes from you all, කවුරු හරි එක්කෙනෙක්ට ඕන හිතෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? සර් කිව්වා දෙයක් මම එහෙනම් හැක් කරන්න යනවා, මම යනවා dark web එකට ගිහලා මම internet connection එක හදා ගන්නවා, interaction මොනවාද connection එකක් හදා ගන්න මේ hackersලාත් එක්කලා මමත් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා hacking කරන විදිය. I'm going to hack. So if you have hacked my system, if you have hacked my Facebook, if you have hacked my Gmail, so what I have to do? I have to fix that. Otherwise it is malfunctioning. I can't communicate with my friends. So I have a unique email address. That email address I have given to my many millions of people. I have shared that in my website, in my social media, in my Instagram. I have shared. So that is really important for me. Sometimes for you all, the email address is not important. But for me, it is important. For a doctor, it is important. For the president, it is important. So if you have hacked that, what will happen? Malfunction. Many problems will occur. I can't get my emails. So how I can think about the future? How I can plan? How I can predict about the tomorrow businesses? Many problems occur. So you need the maintenance. If there are new versions of software, so according to the software, now when I am purchasing, right, recently I have purchased a laptop. So when I am purchasing the laptop, they have mentioned about i3, 10th generation, i3, 9th generation. So they have sent me the prices. Then i5, then i7, i7 10th generation. Like that, many things they have given. So with that, so I went for the best. I didn't care about the price. Why? The software has made within another three years time it will change. So because of that, I didn't think about the prices. Right? Now think about the rupees. The රුපියල කොහොමද පා වෙන්නේ කියන එක. රුපියල එන්න ආගේ එහාට මෙහාට එනවා. දැන් මාකට් එකට ගියොත් laptops ගන්න ගියොත් එහෙම we are facing many problems. මාකට් එකේ තියෙන ප්‍රමාණය සම්පූර්ණ අඩුයි. i7 එක ගන්න මගේ කම්පියුටර් එක මම දැන් recently purchase කරාදී. ඇයි මගේ දැන් තියෙන laptop එක කැඩුනොත් I have i3 and some configurations are there. i5 I have i5 and some configurations are there. If something happened to this laptop, now I am familiar with the laptop, doing these classes and everything. I can go here and there if the signals are not there. Okay, but I can't work with my desktop. Okay, in that I don't have the web camera too. Okay, right? So because of that, we have to go for the best softwares, the up-to-date softwares and up-to-date hardware devices. With that, we can feel the difference, the updated security purpose. Just type your names also to take the attendance. Type your names. Okay. Type your names. Okay, till that I'll domain name hosting. Okay, read this part. What is domain name? මේවා ටික කියවන්න චුට්ටක් බලන්න මේ URL එක ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් බලලා මේවා ටික කියව ගන්න පුතා. Just read this one. මේ කියවන්න. It's going to rain here. It's a little bit thundering, but no need to care about that. I have to finish some part, so I'm going to finish that. What do you want to know? Okay, Buddha, finish reading this thing. So domain name, ICANN, Internet Corporation for assigning names and numbers. So that thing is okay. Then the agents, GoDaddy, Bluehost, and NIC. Just go through that. And I have explained about the domain name. These things, HTTP, www. Sit in this one. So just go through that. Name some software used for this one, file transfer, this FileZilla software, and the service providers, why internet connection is important. මේවා practically හිතලා බලන්න මම කියපු දේවල් හරියට මේ දේවල් ඔළුවට ගන්න. Then what kind of things that you have to think about when you are selecting an internet service provider, why it is important. දැන් මේ දන්න දෙයක් නේ මම කිව්වේ. ඕගොල්ලන් දන්න දෙයක්. internet service provider select කරගද්දි මොන වගේ දෙයක් දන්නේම නැතුව මෙන්න මේ දේවල් ඔයගොල්ලන් හොයලා බලනවා. What is the bandwidth they are using, speed of the connection, charges, and maintenance services, everything you are thinking about. And these are the people who are giving these services. And why it is important to maintain the website. So that thing is there, depending on the nature of the website. Harmful software like viruses, unauthorized access can create the website malfunction. Yes. If there are new versions of the software used to design the website, with the website must be up to date accordingly because of the security purpose. The security, mainly we have to think about the security. So these are the main things that you have to consider, right? So the last question number 26. Name the 7 steps used to design there's no steps like 7 step, 8 steps, 10 steps like that. So these things mainly you have to cover. Okay, when you are designing a web page, you have to mainly think about these things. Okay, right? Name the 7 steps used to design and development of the website. So what are the main things that you have to think about? The concept, why you need this, as we have discussed, why the principal required a website, for what purpose. So you have to think about the concept. Structure the concept. Then design and develop the concept, and then you have to design. You have to do a sketch කරගන්න ඕනේ. මම කොහොමද කරගන්න ඕනේ? As I have given yesterday, we have discussed about the sitemap structure of the website. කොච්චර web pages ප්‍රමාණයක් වෙනවද? එක web page එකක තියෙන දේවල් මොනවද? ඒ web page එකේ තියෙන sub components මොනවද? ඒ sub components වල තියෙන sub components මොනවද? Everything we have discussed. So before you are designing a web page, you have to do the structure. Then only you have to start the developing part. Otherwise, when you are developing, if you think, okay, now we can add this one, add this one. No. You have to design it. Then later you can do the modifications. Okay. Then after, when you are designing the concept, you have to think about the domain name. මොන වගේ domain name එකද පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ? You have to think about that. Think about the URL. Then after these things, you have to think about the hosting. Web server එක මොන web server එකකටද දාන්නේ? මම web server එකක් ගැන හිතද්දි මොන වගේ දේවල්ද මම web server එක ගැන හිතන්නේ? web server එකේ traffic එක. ඔයගලන්ට මතකයි ඔයගලගේ O level results එද්දි කොච්චර හිර වුණාද කියලා. විනාඩි ගානක් පැය ගානක් සමහරකට ඉන්න උනා තමන්ගේ result එක බලා ගන්න. ඒතකොට මේ traffic එක අඩු web server එකක්. Through the internet you can find out that, right? Hosting. Then upload with using the FileZilla software. Content management අරම මේ ඔක්කොම මේවා කරලා we have designed our software. Then you have to upload whatever the site that you have developed, you have to upload into the internet. To do the uploading, you are using FileZilla. Okay. Then test that. Upload කරන පස්සේ you are testing. After you tested, update and manage with the help of the content management software, Joomla or Drupal or WordPress. You can do the regular modifications, right? So these 7 steps are transferring. මේක හදිරියට අපි ගියක් හදනවා වගේ. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ තාත්තලා ඔක්කොමලා මේකතු වෙලා තාත්තයි අම්මයි එකතු වෙලා plan කරලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ගෙදර හදලා තියෙනවා. ලස්සනට ගේ හදලා තියෙනවා. නේද? But you are feeling නෑ මේ room එක මෙහෙම නෙමෙයි තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මේක මෙහෙම තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මේක වෙනස් වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒතකොට දැන් යම් කිසි වෙලාවක තාත්තලා වයසට ගිහිල්ලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ගේ දීපම තාත්තලා කියන තාත්තේ ඔයා හදපු ගේ ඇත්තටම ලස්සනයි. නමුත් පොඩි modifications ටිකක් මම කරන්නයි යන්නේ. කමක් නැහැ නේ කියලා ඔයගොල්ලන් modifications කරනවා. So again you have to think about the concept, and again you have to think about how you are going to develop these stages. මේ steps ටික ඔය විදිහටම යන්න වෙනවා. plan එක ගහගෙන කන්ට්‍රැක්ටර්ස්ලා හොයාගෙන නේ මේ ස්ටෙප්ස් ටික මේ විදිහටම යන්න වෙනවා. එතකොට මේකේ තියෙන 3 steps ද 4 steps ද වැඩක් නැහැ. ඒ 3 හරි 4 හරි steps වලින් පුළුවන් තරම් කොටස් වලට කඩා ගන්නවා නම් ලේසි. කොටස් වලට කඩා ගන්නවා නම් ලේසි. ඒ steps වලින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොකද කරන්න ඕනේ? You have to develop the house. කොහොම හරි house එක develop කරද්දී you must have a concept, you have a designing stage, you have a contractors and other people, you have to develop that. නේද? ඩිසයින් කරපු house එක ලස්සනට එන්න ඕනේ. ගේ හැදුවෙන් පස්සේ ටෙස්ටිං කරන්න බෑ. Okay, so some steps are there. එතකොට ඒ ටික හරියට ගිහිල්ලා ලස්සනට කරගන්න ඕනේ. Okay, so these are the main things. Right. Okay. යම් කිසි idea එකක් ඇති. So I am recording this one. With the help of this recording, you have to copy down the notes. Whatever the things that you required, you have to copy down. Okay. මම වෙලාවක් ගත්තේ නැහැ copy down කරගන්න. So I am finishing that. Then I'll go to okay. So I'm not going to explain these things now. Later I'll explain. Server side scripting, client side scripting. I have mentioned about these ones. Portable. Okay, right. Then take this note. So the note that I have mailed to you, ඔයගොල්ලන්ට mail කරපු එක. This one we are going to discuss. Read the first 2 pages. Read කරන්න තියෙන්නේ පුඩ්ඩයි. Diagrams ටිකක් බලන්න තියෙන්නේ නේද? Images ටිකක් I have taken from the internet. මේ වචන ටිකට පොඩ්ඩක් MariaDB, MongoDB, MariaDB, MongoDB, right? So familiar with that words. PostgreSQL, PHP, right? So you are going to read this one. පළවෙනි page එක කියවන්න යන දැන් මේ දේවල් කියවද්දි තේරෙනවා. මේ දේවල් කියවද්දි තේරෙනවා. හොඳට කියවන්න පුතා. First 3 pages. මම ඔයාලට mail කරලායි තියෙන්නේ. WhatsApp කරලායි තියෙන්නේ. Read this first 3 pages. First 3 pages ටක් ගාලා කියවන්න ඕක හොඳට තේරෙනවා. මම දැන් questions ටිකක් අහන්නයි යන්නේ. Do it. Okay, Buddha. Right. So shall I start explaining that? බහිනවලු අකුණු ගහනවලු පුළුවන් කට්ටිය ඉන්න පුළුවන් පුතා. So I'm recording this one. I'll give you, but recording is මම දන්නේ how suitable for you all, but I will upload it to the YouTube. Okay. Right. So we are going to discuss about the related topics. Okay. What is web server? Already you all know that. A web server is a server software or hardware dedicated to running this software that can satisfy the client request on the World Wide Web. A web server can, in general, contain one or more websites. So, a web server there can be one or more websites. A web server processes incoming network requests. A web server processes incoming network requests over the HTTP and several other related protocols. Other related protocols මොනවාද පුතා? ටගා chatting එකේ type කරන්න. Other related protocols. What are the other related protocols? දැන් web server එක තියෙනවා. What are the other related protocols? මොනවාද අනිත් related protocols? HTTP is one. So what are the other related protocols? FTP, yes, FTP. FTP, HTTPS, good. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, good. SMTP. What else? FTP, HTTPS, SMTP, TCP/IP. Okay, so like that, many things are there. So with the help of these things, ඔයා මොනවාද request එක කරන්නේ? ඒ request එකට cater කරන එක තමයි web server එක කරන්නේ. So with the help of this diagram, I have showed that the request is there, internet connection. Through the internet, you are requesting with the web server, right? Email servers are there, application servers are there. So with the help of these ones, it will respond to the client response karno, and that request information will be shown in the web browser එකේ මේ විස්තර ටික ඔක්කොම පෙන්නනවා. Now what are the examples for web servers? Web servers වලට examples මොනවද? ඇයි මේ web servers කෙනෙක් ගන්න කියන එක බලන්න. Apache, Tomcat, IIS, PWS. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ වගේ servers ටිකක් තියෙනවා. මොනවද තියෙන servers? Apache server එක තියෙනවා. Tomcat එක තියෙනවා. IIS එක තියෙනවා. PWS එක තියෙනවා. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ web servers what is the importance of these web servers? You can install the your website, you can host in the web server. After you hosted the website, other people can see. All the requests that is coming to the web server will be handled by this web server software. So what are the softwares? Apache is a software, web server software. Tomcat is a web server software. IIS, it's a Microsoft Internet Information Service. So that is a software. PWS, that is a server again, right? So these servers helps to host one or more than one websites and give the facilities, right? Apache web server. So I have given some introduction to these servers. මොනවාද Apache server එකකින් වෙන්නේ? Apache is currently the most used web server in the world, found in 1996. It's now maintained by the Apache Foundation. It is freeware and compatible with Linux, Windows, FreeBSD, Mac and other several platforms. එතකොට platforms ගොඩකට උදව් වෙනවා. මෙන්න මේ Linux කියන එක, Windows කියන එකට, FreeBSD එකට, Mac එකට මේ හැම එකටම support කරන එකක් තමයි මේ freeware එක Apache කියන web server. IIS, also one of the most popular web server example. IIS belongs to Microsoft. Microsoft එකට belongs වෙනවනම්, so we have to pay and purchase this software. IIS එක අපි සල්ලි දීලා ගන්න වෙනවා. So read that. There are many web servers available. Basically IIS is the one of the few paid software. Web servers prices may vary. මේ වල ගණන් එකිනෙකට වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. But most of the things are available free of charge. That is supporting this Apache, Tomcat, නේද? Apache group එකේ තියෙන web servers they will help. So here මේ web server එක ගද්දි මේකේ එක databases තියෙනවා. MariaDB, MongoDB, PHP, MySQL, Apache නේද? ඔය දේවල් ටික. XAMPP, web application development environment. web application development environment. ඒ කියන්නේ මම website එකක් හදද්දී පුතා මගේ environment එක හදා ගන්න ඕනේ. හරිද? website එක නිකන් හදන්න බෑ. මම මේ website එක හදලා මේ website එක කොහොමද internet එකේ පෙන්වන්නේ කියලා බලා ගන්න ඕනේ. website එක කොහොමද පෙන්වන්නේ කියලා බලා ගන්න. දැන් අපිට සාමාන්‍ය website එකක් නම් static website එකක් නම් HTML එකකින් කරපුවම web browser එකකින් බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් database එකක් connect කරන එක database එකක් connect කරලා website එකක් හදන එක බලා ගන්න බෑ එහෙම. ඒ විදියට. ඒකට මේ servers ටික තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මේ Apache server එක එහෙම නැත්නම් මොන හරි IIS server එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. නමුත් අපේ computer එකට කොහොමද මේ server එක දාගන්නේ? අපේ computer server එක දානවා නම් ඒක ගාන වැඩි. Expensive. Okay, so what will happen? They have given free softwares, web application development environment, XAMPP. බලන්න මොකද මේ XAMPP කියලා කියන්නේ? PHP, Perl, Python, Apache, MySQL, WAMP, Windows, Linux, LAMP මේ වගේ එක දේවල් තියෙනවා. මොනවාද මේ? Web application development environment. ඒ කියන්නේ මම database එකක් දාලා PHP වලින් හදපු website එකක් මගේ computer එකේ ඉඳලා බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් with the help of XAMPP. I'll show you XAMPP control panel. So I am going to XAMPP control panel. When I click, you all can see here you have this control panel. So with the help of this control panel, free of charge, you can download and you can test your website. If you want to use these softwares, Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Mercury, Tomcat. So I am using Apache. Right? Start. I am going to start this one. MySQL I am going to start. FileZilla, Mercury, Tomcat. So these two enough for me. So I am starting that. Okay. So I have started that. So what will happen? Now it is already started. Right? So now I can develop the website and MySQL databases I can develop. MySQL databases develop karan pula. Later I am teaching you when I am doing the database lesson with the help of MySQL how we can develop the things. Then now this is a server. Now my computer is acting like a server. Okay, my computer is acting like a server. Later I will show you how to use these ones. Okay, now already this has started. Now if I want I can stop this. Okay, I am stopping. Okay, now currently I am not going to use that. Otherwise my resources, my RAM, everything is using by these things. So I don't want to waste my resources for this movement. Okay, so මේ web application development අපිට කරගන්න පුළුවන්. The files stored on web server are read by browsers. The files stored on the web server are read by browsers such as Firefox, Safari, Chrome or Internet Explorer, which convert these files into images and text for you to view. Your browser communicates with the web server to bring your information from the internet. එතකොට ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකෙන් ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන්ස් ටික ඔක්කොම ගන්න කවුද? මේගොල්ලෝ. හරිද? right? එතකොට මේ web browsers මොකද කරන්නේ? support කරනවා whatever the contents on the website will display on your client computer. ඔයාගේ client computer එකේ with the help of this web browser. web browser එක පාවිච්චි කරලා තමයි මේ ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන්ස් ටික ඔක්කොම බලාගන්නේ. දැන් අපි තවත් පොඩි රිසර්ච් එකක් බලමු. Take popular web browsers 2020. So they are giving as September 2020 Google Chrome for Android around 432.85% of this one. Popular internet browsers will take that. ඇයි පුතා මේක මම බලන්න හේතුව? Why I am going through this one? If most people are using Google Chrome, what we have to do? After you develop your website, you have to check with the Google Chrome. Why? Most of the people you are seeing Google Chrome. Okay, so I am using this. Privacy, okay. Right, so they have given Chrome for Android, Chrome 85.0, Safari iPhone, This is the global market. Think most of the people they are using what? Chrome for Android, right? So they are giving these ones. Firefox, Edge, Firefox 2.42, okay. Samsung Internet 2.29. So they have given some research report. So with the help of these things, you know then, now you all know when you are going to develop the website, so you have to check with the Google Chrome. Okay, why you are checking with the Google Chrome? Most of the people they are using Google Chrome. ගොඩක් කට්ටිය පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ Google Chrome. ඊට පස්සේ Safari. Right? Okay? ඊට පස්සේ Firefox. So if you have checked your website with the Chrome, with the Safari, with the Firefox, that means most of the crowd you have tested. You have tested your website for many people. හරිද? මම කියන එක තේරුණාද? මම මේ මොනවාද මේ කරන්න කියන එක. I am doing something and I am showing, I am sharing my experience with you all. මේවා හරියට ගන්න ඕගොල්ලෝ. Okay? With that, when you are developing something, you have to think this information. Okay? ඕගොල්ලෝ මේ විදිහටම information හොයාගන්න. Okay? So why you required a web browser? To take the information that you have stored in the web server. Web server එකේ තියෙන information අරගෙන client computer දෙන්න. අන්න. Then තමයි අපේ lesson එක පටන් ගන්න 10.1. So I have put the background. Now you all have some idea. So this is our lesson 10. Competency 10, develop websites incorporating multimedia technologies using HTML5. Competency level 10.1 explores the needed for web. Web එක තියෙන්නේ මොකටද? Describe the www. Already I have described. Analyze the systematic arrangement of the contents and the structure of the web page. Already I have discussed about the web page structure. I have discussed about the content of the web page. So everything is there. So here they have given the World Wide Web invented by Tim Berners-Lee. So these are the notes. This is the note that is related to your syllabus. But all the things that we have discussed, now you are having a story in your mind. So these things you can relate easily. You can understand now. Tim Berners-Lee in 1989 at the European Center of the Nuclear Research as a major application on the internet. It was the first application on the internet that caught the attention of the public, and it is dramatically changed how people interact with the network or computers. Essentially, the World Wide Web is an application that runs on top of the internet. එතකොට internet එකේ තියෙන infrastructure එක පාවිච්චි කරලා I have mentioned about that. What is internet? Interconnection of networks, that is all the hardware, software, communication media, all the other signaling level, everything together we are calling as the internet. So on top of that, this www is running. So www means World Wide Web, that is the information available on the web servers, right? So what you can do with the help of the web browser, you can retrieve this information in an application that runs on top of the internet, which is made up of a lot of interconnected computers. According to Wikipedia, World Wide Web is an information system where the documents and other web resources are identified by uniform resource locator. We have discussed about the uniform resource locator. I have explained about the HTTP, the protocols, www, the internet service, then the domain name and the second level domain, top level domain, directories and the resources available on the website. I have explained that. Then which may be interlinked by the hypertext. We are having hypertext. With the help of the hypertext or hyperlinks, you can connect it to another web page or to a video or to an audio, anything. Okay, and accessible over the internet. So with the help of this hyperlink, you can connect to each and every web page and you can access that. The basic element in www is web page. So what is the basic element? Web page. So the website also created with collection of web page. It can be a one web page or collection of web pages. All the collection of web pages interconnected with the help of the hyperlink. Hyperlink එක පාවිච්චි කරලා තමයි මේ connect උනේ. That view when he or she access it. Some of the computers on the internet called web servers. Now you all know what is web server, and designed to serve the web pages. Okay, these web servers are always on the computer, always on the computers, and are read to serve the web pages all the time. The other computer request web pages from the web server and are called the client computers. So request करने के ना client, service එක provide करने के ना web server. Already we have discussed. I have drew the diagrams. I have explained you. Now you know the story. The www operates on demand. The user requests web pages from the web server whenever they want and receive them from the web server. The www has many wonderful features that people like a lot. It provides a platform to an individual who has access to the computer and internet to make information available on the web at very less cost. Formatted text, multimedia, graphic, forms, and applet. Some applets are parts of the www and are accessible by the client computers. www also serves as a platform for many innovative applications like search engines. We have discussed about the search engine with the help of the keyword. If you don't know the URL, you can use the search engine and you can find the information over the World Wide Web. Okay, as Google, other popular Google applications such as emails, social media such as Facebook, multimedia streaming platforms such as YouTube, online photo sharing applications such as Flickr, etc. එතකොට මේ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ තියෙන සර්විසස් ටික ඔක්කොම එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරලා තියෙනවා. දැන් මේ ස්ටෝරි එක මම කියලා ඉවරයි. දැන් ඔයගලගේ ඔළුවේ මේ දේවල් ටික තියෙන්න ඕනේ. So they have given this one. A web page can consist of number of web objects such as simple text files, for example, an HTML file, an image file such as JPG. So they have given all the file types that you can use and the extension of that thing, MP3, MP4, alright. MP3 is the audio, MP4 is the video. So like that, many things they have explained. So just go through these things, all the information available that. එතකොට එච්චර තමයි 10.1 වල තියෙන්නේ. So that thing we have already discussed. I have given the question, I have discussed the answers with you all with many diagrams. I have explained the contents. මම හිතනවා ඒක හොඳටම හොඳයි තේරුණායි කියන එක හිතනවා. So all these teachers all these notes I have taken from the NIE teachers resources. මේ දැන් දීලා තියෙන්නේ 10.1 10.2 මේ කෙලින්ම government එකෙන් දීපු notes. ඊට අමතරව මගේ notes ටික මම ඔයගලන්ට කියලා ඉවරයි. හරිද? එතකොට සෑහෙන දෙයක් ඔයගලන්ට මෙතන එකතු වෙලායි තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට මේ දේවල් ටික එක්කලා ගියොත් syllabus එකේ දේවල් හරියට තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන්. syllabus එක ඇතුළේම අපි ඉන්නේ system boundary එක ඇතුළේ ඉන්නේ. එතකොට අපිට විභාගෙට හරියටම point out කරලා උත්තර දී ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right. 10.2 Analyze user requirements, multimedia contents, learning outcomes, create effective and appropriate information layout of the website, identify the web pages of a website, identifies the contents of the web page, identifies the navigation structure. ඔන්න මේ දේවල් වගේක් දීලා තියෙනවා. අපි බලමු මොනවද මේ කියන්නේ කියන එක. Right? Creates effective and appropriate information layout of a website. Identify the web pages of a website. Identify the contents of a web page. Identifies navigation structure. එතන මේක තමයි පුතා අර site map එක කියලා අපි ඉගෙන ගත්තේ. ඔයා මොන හරි concept එකක් develop කරන්න යද්දී first what you have to do, you have to identify the concept. So identifying that concept and identifying all the web pages in the website we are calling as the we are going to discuss in this 10.2. Right. Analyzes user requirements, multimedia contents, objectives of a website should be defined well to build a great website. So that means well organized website. We have discussed what is well organized this website and what kind of features are there in a well organized website. We have already discussed. It helps the designer to identify the requirement of these users. That means the purpose. To define them and to satisfy the user requirement. A set of ඔයගොල්ලන් මේක කියවන්න ඕනේ. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මම note එක දාලා තියෙන්නේ. සමහරක් වෙලාවට already කියවලත් ඇති. දැන් මේ කියවන දේවල් තේරෙන්න ඕනේ. මතක තියාගන්න. හරිද? මේ කියවන දේවල් තේරෙන්න ඕනේ. කතන්දරයක් වගේ මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ. කටපාඩම් කරන දෙයක් නැහැ. හරිද? ඕන පැත්තක් ඇහුවොත් ලස්සනට කතන්දරේ හදලා කියන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙන්න ඕනේ. එහෙනම් මේ වචනත් එක්ක ෆැමිලියර් වෙන්න. හරිද? වචනත් එක්ක ෆැමිලියර් හොඳට කියවන්න මේ දේවල්. Right? A set of well-defined such objectives and their usability solutions can be increase the user experience and will keep the user regularly visit the website. එතකොට මේ website එක well organized website එකක් නම් මේ user අනිවාර්යෙන් regularly එනවා. දැන් බලන්න මම Google Chrome එක simple හින්දා ඒකේ තියෙන facilities හින්දා Google Chrome එක මම පාවිච්චි කරන්න පටන් ගන්න තියෙන්නේ. මම වෙන එකක් ගැන හිතන්නේවත් නැහැ. Safari එක ගැනවත් Netscape Navigator එක ගැනවත් right? Edge එක ගැනවත් මම ඒව ගැන හිතන්නේ. right? එහෙනම් මතක තියාගන්න ඔයා වෙබ්සයිට් එකක් හදනවා නම් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම පළවෙනි සැරේ මේ වෙබ්සයිට් එක හදන්න ඕනේ. යූසර් මේ වෙබ්සයිට් එකට ආපුවම අනිත් හැමදාම සර්විස් එක ගන්න ඕනේ මගේ වෙබ්සයිට් එකෙන්. It must be attractive, well structured, easy to use, cater the purpose. මේ දේවල් ටික ඔක්කොම යන්න ඕනේ මම කියපු දේවල්. හොඳට ඔලුවට ගන්න මේ දේවල්. right? වෙබ්සයිට් එකක් හදලා දෙන්න කියපුවම නිකම් වෙබ්සයිට් එකක් හදලා මේ ඔයාගේ වෙබ්සයිට් එක මේක තියාගන්න කියලා දෙන එක නෙමෙයි. කොච්චර දේවල් හිතන්න තියෙනවද මම I have showed you what are the statistics, how you have to design a website, how you have to develop a website, how many mobile users are there, how many Google Chrome application users are there, how many people are using Facebook, social media, every statistic I have showed you. So as an ICT student, as a student of Sumedha Appuhami, you will have to you have to differ from the other student. How? Every time you have to think about the requirement. Every time you have to think about the purpose. Every time you have to think about the statistics. Every time you have to think about the users who are going to use this website. Visit the websites. Some possible questions about the objectives of the websites are, so why do you need a website? These are the main common questions. දැන් මේවා අපි කතා කරලා ඉවරයිනේ. එතකොට මේ සිලබස් එකේ NI එකෙන් දීලා තියෙන නෝට් එක. Why do you need a website? What outcome do you want to achieve? Do you have any existing website? Are there any problems with it? How do you plan to improve the user experience, speed, content, clarity? Yes. What do you try to boost through the new website? What are you going to inform about new opportunities available in your organization? Are you planning to expand your business? So what are the main things? Why you are going to discuss? What is the purpose of this thing? What is the maintenance? What is the user? Everything they have asked from simple questions. This is some kind of like interview. Okay. When a developer comes to your organization, these kind of questions can ask. These are similar questions. So when you answer to these questions, they are identifying your requirement. They are identifying your purpose. You want to boost your service. You want to expand your business to the whole world. Okay. Now if that person is interviewed me, so I want to give my service to all the students, all the A-level students who are doing in English medium, ICT. So what will happen? I want to expand my business. I want to expand my service. How I can do that? So that service, how I can give to the all over the island, right? How I can give it to the country, Sri Lanka, right? What is my target crowd? Everything I have to think about here, right? You have to define some goals of having a website that helps you to achieve your objectives. For example, increasing the number of inquiries to website or increasing the online sales can be defined as goals of the online shopping website. You may also want to identify the key audience that you need to appeal to in order to reach your objectives. The set of your key audience may include the potential customers of your business and your employees. Once you have identified the prospective audiences, it is better to list the priorities of the audience, and doing so will help you in planning the design layout and navigation design. Navigation කියන්නේ එහාට මෙහාට යන වෙබ්සයිට් එක. design on of your website. Okay, so they have given. So 10.3 next week Monday we are starting 10.3. Okay, what is the time? Okay, 4:52. So next week we are starting HTML puta. Most probably a lot of things we can discuss next Monday and Tuesday. Harada. ready වෙලා ඉන්න ඕනේ. So the last part of today's lesson, requirements gathering for website. How you can gather the requirements. User requirements of a website describe the need of the user, the functionality that the website should do, and goals of the website. The designers of the website should define, document, and describe the user requirement of the website. It will make a very important. You have to document these things. If you have document, if something happened to you, or if you are going to abroad, another web developer can go through this thing and find out the requirements and cater to this. මම කියන එක තේරුණාද? දැන් ඔයා මේ ඩිසයිනර් කෙනෙක් විදියට ඩෙවලොපර් කෙනෙක් විදියට මේ දේවල් කරගෙන යනවා කම්පැනි එකක් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙලා. මේ හැම එකක්ම ඔයා ડોකියුමන්ට් කරලා තිබුණොත් if you are willing to go, like if you are shifting from Sri Lanka, you are moving to America. So what will happen? That company will be facing many problems. If you have document these all the things and it is with the company, so they can hire another person and give this document. So if that person is a web developer, he can go through this document and he can find out what you have done. So he can like help to the organization to go with their business ideas. Okay, content. Now you all know content. What is content? Text, images, audios, videos that is related to the business. Then the layout, the structure of the website, the sitemap, how you can do the sitemap, right? Then the usability, security, loading times, right? And the legally how you are going to get that. I have mentioned about the copyrights and what kind of things that you are going to include, whether you have like you have to obey the country laws, according to that only you have to give, right? If you are going to like give some comments to the politicians, if you have put it to the website, so that will be some problems will be okay. Okay, so these are the main things that you have to think about. So you have to read 2-3 times this content, 10.1 and 10.2, and go through my YouTube video. That will be helpful for me, right? Something like that. Okay, so next day we are going to discuss this one, 10.3. The යාළුවෝ ටිකට inform කරන්න පුතා. Now how many students are there? Now they are thinking, okay, with the video we can do this, but that is not like live නේද? මේ අපි දැන් කරගෙන යනවා වගේ නෙමෙයි, right? I can do the video, right? I can upload it, but here you can ask the questions, you can share the knowledge නේද? මෙතන දේවල් ටික ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, right? Okay, for today I'm going to stop from here, but I'm going to give an exercise for you all, right? Now as an ICT student, okay, as an ICT student, you have to, right, you have to develop a web page. Okay, as an ICT student you have to develop a web page to give information about the ICT subject. ICT subject එක ගැන informations ටිකක් දෙන්න you are going to develop a website. ඔයා website එකක් හදන්න යන්නේ මේ level ICT වලට. එතකොට ඒ level ICT එකට website එක හදද්දී what kind of things that you are going to include in the website. You are going to ask some questions. As an ICT student, you are going to ask some questions from your teacher or from the educational zone or educational department. You are going to ask some questions. Okay, you are going to design a website. You are going to design a website. You are going to identify the requirements. Okay, for that purpose, you have to ready. You have to ready for that purpose. Okay. What is the purpose? Purpose is you are going to develop a website to represent the school syllabus, school ICT syllabus. Okay, you are going to design a website to represent the school ICT syllabus. Now, when you are designing, what kind of problems that you are having, what kind of questions that you have to ask, prepare කරලා තියාගන්න. Next week you can talk with me all. Okay, right, for today we'll stop from there. If you have any doubts, you can stay here, you can ask any questions, it doesn't matter. Whatever the things that I know, I'll share with you all. If I don't know anything, I will find from the internet or from another person and I'll let you know. Okay, God bless you all for today. God bless, Buddha. God bless. God bless, Buddha. God bless. God bless, Buddha.